Okay, I'm Rob,
I'm Sue.
and we are...
Chateau RVenture.
Woohoo! Okay, we picked a name. When you're picking a name, be careful because other people will steal the name you want.
Yes.
Oh.
Don't search for your domain name until you know it's the one you want.
Anyways, so we have been looking at RVs and going to RV shows for how long?
8 years.
At least 8 years, because I have a photo from 8 years ago. Yeah. So we've been doing this for a while, and we are researchers. Originally, we thought we wanted something smaller. So we went and looked at all of the kind of Class Bs. And then do you want to tell them how you found the one we took out?
So I was looking for renting one to test it out. So there's a couple of apps for that. We used Outdoorsy, and we rented a Class B van for a weekend, see how we liked it. And that was super easy, super nice.
And the people renting it, by the way, were awesome. I'm sure they have to have some sort of special insurance, but we came, they showed us how to operate the Class B, and it drove just like a van. It was very simple. Setting up was very simple, just the water supply and the sanitary and the electric, and you're good to go. Not much different than having a car that you'd plug in, I'd say.
But we figured that based on our age and our comfort level, it was just a little too small for us.
If we were still 20 and bouncing around and hopping around, it would be no problem at all. It was just the space was a little bit too small for us, and we just couldn't let that go. We enjoyed taking it, but I don't know that we would have enjoyed it long term. And our plan is that Susan, being a teacher during the summers, what we're going to do is take the entire summer and essentially travel to Florida, where my business and my family live, and basically spend a week in Florida and then travel on the way back and see as much of the country as we can in the process.
So every summer, pretty much, this is our new only mode of vacations. So every summer plan is travel different parts of the country. So like he said, I'm a teacher, so I have summers off, and he works from home, so he can work on the road, and we look forward to it.
I was setting up the Starlink at my dad's house in Okeechobee because he's about 5 miles away from good internet, and I found out that it was so good and it worked so well that made this possible. If I can work from the road and work from anywhere, then really the sky's the limit as far as where you can be.
Yep. So after 8 years of climbing in and out of many units, trying to figure out size we wanted, the layout we wanted, what we were willing to pay.
Many units.
Many units.
Oh.
Even when we were finally ready, we narrowed it down pretty much to 3. So one was a very small Class A that have just come out. I call them Scooby-Doo RVs because they have that kind of look to me. The other was...
Do you remember the name?
We were looking at the Coachman Euro.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Which was just a little bit longer than this one. Same layout, basically. We were looking at a Jayco Red Hawk, I believe. Something about the layout I didn't really like, plus the colors, brown.
Brown is a big deal. The interior brown was an enormous decision maker in our RV buying experience.
Let me explain so I don't offend people. Born in the early 70s, I grew up with browns, oranges, and greens. No more. So I wanted something lighter, brighter, more modern looking. And then I happened to be looking online and saw this one, and it was like an hour or so away from us, and it was a snow day at school. So we drove up and checked it out, and it was pretty much everything we wanted to get, and it was a price that we could stomach.
The things for us that we were really looking for is in the back of these units, some of them will try and get away with a queen bed, and they just weren't comfortable for us. Either sneaking around them or on the sides was too tight, or just being on a queen. These units have the split twins with a space in the center that you can make it essentially a king. And the other thing we were looking through, because we were going to spend the whole summer, and it was the pass-through storage in the back, which was a big deal. So this is officially our second trip. We took it out one other weekend, and we're taking it out this weekend. We're still we went through all of the fell down the hole of YouTube videos and all the things you have to have and must have. And so I took care of pretty much the outside and making sure we had the electric and the water lines and all of that kind of stuff. The spare tire, by the way, which they don't tell you doesn't come with the RV. It seemed like when I was originally starting this, there would be one or two things we would have to get. And within a week, I had 74 items on my Amazon list, and that wasn't even Susan's interior items when she took care of the interior. It was a lot. And a lot of it has to do with the fact that we're going to spend, like I said, the whole summer in it. If we were weekending, we wouldn't have to prep quite this hard. Mm-hmm. And we are researchers. It's why we took 8 years to make the decision in the first place. So we might have gone a little overboard on the things we need. But we're on our second trip. There isn't anything that I've needed that we haven't had on hand. And we'll go over that stuff in other videos. But we just wanted to start this one up, give this a try, and see what the video process and editing and posting and all of that fun stuff is about. So.
And then I think just to leave you with this, if you're considering an RV, figure out what exactly you want. So he had his mind set on that pass-through storage, which is understandable. I needed a comfortable layout for the bed because I'm claustrophobic. Don't put me in a corner. And then just a couple other little things. So once you figure out exactly what it is you want, it makes it go much faster. So, and then of course there's just timing, and you do have to spend a bit of money in addition to what you paid for the RV to get it ready. It comes with nothing. No hoses, no connections, nothing. So you have to put some extra money out into it for that.
And we'll go over that stuff in other videos. But right now, this is just the introduction. I'm Rob.
I'm Sue. This is ChateauRVenture. Thank you for watching.
Like and subscribe. Oh, and thanks to the Hanks. We talk about the Hanks like it's a Bible to follow. I fell down the rabbit hole and watched probably 140 of their videos in the first week, just trying to get ready. And now we're like, oh, the Hanks say, don't show up angry.
We quote the Hanks a lot, so thank you. Happily ever, thanks.